Hello and thank you for tuning in to mrchoi.com.au. Today's video is something a little bit different. This is what we've put together for goal setting. It's called the GPS to Happiness document. GPS to Happiness, my belief is your GPS can't tell you which direction you to go, which way to turn, if you haven't put in the destination. So this is about putting the destination and then you can follow it. All right, so Bob Smith, the made up person. This is for salespeople, by the way. Let's just say you want to write $600,000 gross commission for the year, and you want to average $13,000. So then what you do is you go $13,000. You need to sell 46 properties to get 600,000. To sell 46 properties, you need to list 50 properties because not all of them sell. So that's your little equation for the year. Now, in terms of listings, so what you do is you just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to, I've got here 54. So that's listings for the year. You can put 50, you can put 60, whatever you want to put. And then every time you get a listing, you just cross it off, right? You could even do it a little bit differently and count it backwards and go 50, 49, 48. And then it could be a more positive if you count them backwards. Same thing for sales. You fill that section in there. From there, that number goes in there. What you're going to add to your business, what are you going to add to your life to make it better, to make you step in the right direction. You can put a couple of things in here. You can put exercise, you can put 100 connected telephone calls, have lunch with someone in the area every single day. Gossiping, that's to take off what you want to take away from your business. So this is, people always think about what can I add, what can I add, what can I add. Sometimes to improve your business, you don't add, you actually can subtract. And when you subtract, your business and your life is better. So say subtract gossiping. This is a thermometer. Say 600 is the target from here. Okay, so you put that there and you go 50,000, 100,000, 150, 200, blah 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 blah. And just when you get it throughout the year, just do that. And it's just a visual thing. It makes it a little bit more exciting. Here are some quotes. I can't be beaten if I never give up, and I think that's really important in real estate. And did today move me one step closer to my ideal future? You're either on track or off track. And every single decision you make is either moving you closer or further away from your ideal future. And this is your ideal future right here. Daily focus. What are you going to focus on every day? Weekly focus. You can put little things here if you want to. In my opinion, in real estate sales, the most important things is calls, appraisals, data, and emails. If you collect all of that stuff, that happens. Okay, and this happens. You don't need to worry about all this stuff if you're doing this stuff. If you're doing this stuff, the rest of this happens automatically. It's byproduct. How many calls, how many appraisals, how much data you add into your database, how many email addresses you're collecting for email marketing. Monthly focus is that times 4, obviously, and how many listings you want to get, sales you want to do, and gross commission you want to write. So that would be divided by 12. That figure divided by 12. 6-month goals, what you want to achieve in 6-month goals, 1-month goals. And then achieving this would mean, say, I'll give you an example. This is about getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into your goals. Not just I want. Why do you want it? What's your why? And so achieving, let's just say you want to stop smoking. Achieving this would mean I live healthier, which means I live longer, which means I get to see my grandkids live. Or I get to see my grandkids have a wedding, have a baby. I get to be a grandparent, for example. So that's just deeper, meaningful on why I do all of this. So that's our GPS to Happiness document. These are our goals, our values. Progress, not results. So that talks about more these things than actual all of that. Because if you get the progress, you've got the results automatically. Light up the room. Everyone lights up the room. You either light it up when you enter the room, and the room's a better place because you're there, or you light it up when you leave the room because your attitude stank. So when do you light up the room? What's that on your shoulder? That's about having an excuse. So if someone says, I didn't get a listing because my commission was too high, we brush them on the shoulder and say, sorry mate, you've got an excuse on your shoulder. And so no excuse mentality. Dollar productive, always doing everything, activities, most of your activities, 80% of your activities that always focus 80% of your time on the 20% of the activities that get you the results. Feed the goose. The goose that lays the golden egg, that's prospecting. So your pipeline is your goose. You need to feed that. You don't just take the eggs. Don't just take the eggs. You want to feed that goose. Don't kill it. It's so important. Sometimes we get so busy making money in real estate we forget to feed the goose. and the money disappears. Cheerleaders, cheering, it should be capital L, but that's what leaders do, they cheer each other on. What are the solutions to your problem? You know, problem isn't a problem, it's just a project that has a solution attached to it. You've got to find those solutions. When you find the solutions, no longer a problem. Busted, stop busting people and talking about people for what they've done negatively. Bust them about positive stuff. There's so much awesome stuff that everyone does, so focus on that stuff. Start at zero, whether you made $1 million yesterday or you lost $1 million yesterday. Today's a new day, so let's start at zero. Don't get complacent because you made so much money, and don't go negative and lose your morale because you're not making any money. Start at zero. Today is a new day. Best interest of the client. If you don't know what to do in any decision-making process in any given scenario, all you have to ask yourself is what is in the best interest of the client. Whatever the answer is, that's the actions you take. Loyal to the absent. Don't gossip. All right, talk about people like they're in the room listening to you. Talk about them, and that's how your conversation should be. Make it happen. I found the best real estate agents on the planet make things happen. They just have this ability to have a project, and they get things done, right? So that's our values, and above all, what holds us all together and all our values is protect culture over profit. Because if you look after the culture, the profit will be there. But if you look after profit, the culture will be gone. And then if the culture's gone, the profit will be gone. So protect culture over profit. And all of this will take care of itself. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you might be able to take something out of this. Cheers.